Hi, my name is Jaden Ford. I'll be covering Taylor Morrison Construction. A little intro. Taylor Morrison Construction is one of the largest home builders in the United States. The company was founded by Taylor, Woodrow, and Wilson Homes in 2007, and they operate in 7 states in the United States. They specialize in mid to upscale homes. The problems facing Taylor Morrison are supply chain shortages. The company is experiencing delays of many different components and raw materials for construction. There's also currently a nationwide shortage of raw materials. I've attached 4 articles that provide evidence of these issues facing Taylor Morrison and many other construction companies nationwide and also worldwide. The goal of this proposal is to gather solid options for Taylor Morrison during this time of shortages and to gather research and make a recommendation to Taylor Morrison for which is the best option to take during this time. The process of my search is, when searching the proposal, I gathered articles and surveys in the construction industry using different keywords such as shortage and supply chain issues facing home builders today. Some of my evidence, first one's from worldconstructiontoday.com. According to this report, 71% of contractors surveyed were facing at least one material shortage, such as fuel, copper, steel, aluminum, or lumber. And all of these have experienced price increases as well. My next one's from Business Insider, and this one mainly talk about home builders cannot find basic materials like lumber or steel, which they're also being delayed, and the price is also increasing in construction of new homes. My next source is for construction pros, and this one mainly talks about the framing and lumber prices are peaking at $30,000 per load for single family homes and $10,000 per load for multifamily homes, and the price increases are mainly due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And the last one I use is from pbmores.com. This one mainly talked about as the demand increased for these materials, manufacturers were simply unable to keep up with orders, and the pandemic raised the alarm for a more resilient supply chain. Material prices also rose very sharply in the construction industry, real estate, and manufacturing. And also inflation was at a 40-year high, and also interest rates were extremely high. When considering which articles to use for my presentation, I simply compared all the articles and picked the ones that offered surveys or statistics. I really felt like these articles gave the most relevant information and also what best represented the issues facing the construction industry and what they're really experiencing on a day-to-day basis. The recommendation that I would make to Taylor Morrison Homes would be home builders are still suffering from material shortages due to the lack of materials and components. Items like lumber, metal, shingles, etc. are just a few things to name that are delaying the delivery of new homes to customers throughout the U.S. I recommend to Taylor Morrison to move to a more traditional lines of supply chain. I recommend getting materials from California due to it being landlocked and there's no new construction being done there. And I would also say Minnesota, because there are extra materials there. There's a surplus of materials because there's a lack of new home construction in that area. There's not a lot being done. And as far as the home prices rising, I would offer incentives as stated by forconstructionpros.com. I thought this was a good idea to offer discounts on upgradable options to the homes, make them look a little nicer, or incentives to buy down the interest rates. Doing this will simply make the overall mortgage payments a lot more affordable for customers.